The first sound Anna heard that morning was not the birds outside her window, but the soft cry of her own heart. It was a tired sound, one that had learned how to break without making noise. She lay still on the thin mattress, staring at the cracked ceiling, counting the lines like she had done many times before. If she could count long enough, maybe the day would pass her by. Maybe pain would forget her name. The room smelled of cold food and old anger. Beside her, Mark slept like a man without worries, his mouth slightly open, his chest rising and falling in slow comfort. Anna watched him for a moment, searching his face for the man she once loved. She found nothing but the shadow of a stranger. She rose quietly, careful not to wake him. Experience had taught her that a waking Mark was dangerous. In the small kitchen, she washed her face and looked at herself in the broken mirror. Her eyes were dull, her cheeks thinner than before, but deep inside them lived a strength she herself did not yet understand. Anna had not always been like this. There was a time when her laughter filled rooms, when hope followed her like a faithful friend. She met Mark when she was young and full of dreams. He spoke sweet words, promised protection, promised love. He said she would never suffer. She believed him, because she wanted to. The promises died slowly after the wedding. Mark did not like work. He said jobs were for fools and that the world owed him comfort. Anna worked instead. She cleaned offices, sold food at the roadside, and later found a steady job at a small company. Every money she earned passed through Mark's hands first. He said a woman should not control money. He said he knew better. If Anna questioned him, his hands answered before his mouth did. The first slap shocked her more than it hurt. She remembered touching her face afterward, wondering how love could sound so loud. After that came more. A push. A kick. Words sharp enough to cut deeper than fists. Still, she stayed. She told herself it would change. She told herself love required patience. Mark spent her money freely. He bought expensive drinks for friends who laughed at Anna behind her back. He wore new clothes while she mended old ones. Sometimes he did not come home at night. When he did, he smelled of perfume that was not hers. Anna swallowed everything in silence. Each morning, she woke with new pain and old fear. Each night, she prayed for strength, though she did not know what kind of strength she needed. The day everything changed started like any other. Anna returned from work tired but hopeful. She had received news that her salary would increase. For the first time in years, a small light flickered in her chest. Maybe she could save something. Maybe life could breathe again. She entered the house and froze. Mark was not alone. A young woman sat on their couch, her legs crossed, laughing loudly. Her hand rested on Mark's arm as if it belonged there. The woman looked up and smiled at Anna, not with shame, but with pride. "Oh, you're back," Mark said carelessly. "Meet Lisa." Something inside Anna cracked, but she did not scream. She did not cry. She simply nodded and went into the bedroom. Her hands shook as she closed the door. Later that night, after the woman had left, Mark followed Anna into the room. He was angry, drunk, and careless with his cruelty. "I paid for everything she enjoyed today," he said proudly. "With your money." Anna felt the words sink into her skin. Still, she said nothing. Then he said the thing that truly broke her. "I'm selling this house," Mark said. "I already spoke to a man. We'll move into something smaller. I need cash." Anna stared at him. The house was not just walls. It was her safe corner, the last thing her parents left her before they died. Mark knew this. He knew what it meant to her. "You can't," she whispered. He laughed and pushed her onto the bed. "I can do whatever I want." That night, Anna cried quietly into her pillow, not because of the pain in her body, but because of the death of the last hope she had been holding. When morning came, something was different. Anna woke up calm. She made breakfast and served Mark with a smile that surprised him. She agreed with everything he said. She laughed at his jokes. She acted like the obedient wife he always wanted. Mark noticed the change and enjoyed it. He thought he had finally broken her completely. But Anna was not broken. She was awake. Over the next few weeks, Anna became careful. She listened more than she spoke. She watched Mark closely, learning his habits, his weaknesses, his pride. She hid part of her salary before giving him the rest. She opened a small account in her name alone. Each step was quiet, patient, and smart. Mark grew careless. He trusted her silence. He did not notice when she stopped begging. He did not notice when she started smiling more. Anna visited a lawyer during her lunch breaks. She learned her rights. She learned the truth about the house. Mark had no legal claim to sell it without her consent. She learned that pain did not take away her power. One evening, Mark came home excited. "I found a big deal," he said. "A friend is investing in something huge. I need money." Anna nodded. "How much?" "All your savings," he replied without shame. She looked at him gently. "I will help you." His eyes shone with greed. That night, Anna transferred money, not to his friend, but to a safe place the lawyer had advised. She printed documents. She prepared evidence. Photos. Messages. Records of payments. Years of silence turned into proof. The final move came quietly. On a sunny morning, Mark left the house thinking Anna was at work. Instead, she was at the police station, her hands steady, her voice clear. She told her story. Not with anger, but with truth. When Mark returned home, he found strangers waiting. Legal papers on the table. Officers at the door. His laughter disappeared. Anna stood in the corner, calm and strong. "You planned this," he shouted. She met his eyes. "I survived this." Mark lost everything he thought he owned. The house was protected. His lies caught up with him. The women disappeared. The friends vanished. For the first time, he felt small. Anna did not celebrate loudly. She packed her things slowly, carefully, like someone leaving a long storm. As she stepped out of the house, she felt the sun touch her face in a new way. Freedom did not scream. It whispered. Anna walked forward, carrying scars but also carrying hope. She had learned that silence could be a weapon, patience a plan, and courage a quiet fire that never truly dies. And for the first time in many years, her heart made a sound that was not pain. It sounded like peace. We've come to the end of the story. Kindly like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye.